Now it's time to install the plugin we need. I'm not going to go through installing a whole bunch of plugins. You can install whatever plugins you like to use during your own WordPress installs. The only one we really need to make this work is the S2 member plugin. So let's go to plugins and add new. And then we want to go over to search here and just type in S2 member. And we want the S2 member framework. So we're going to install that. And activate. Okay, so now what we need to do is just go down where it says S2 member here, and then we want to go to general options. Actually, before we even do that, there's a couple of pages that we need to set up before we even get to this point. So let's go over to pages and then add new. And then we want the members welcome page. This is where they're actually going to end up when they log in. I'm going to say welcome. Your downloads are below, or however you want to word this. Basically, when they log in, they will see all of their downloads in here. Okay, so we're going to publish. And then we want to add another page. And this one, we just want to call the member option page, even though we're not going to use it. It requires one. So we'll publish that one. Now, let's go take a quick tour down to settings here, and we'll go into discussion. And then I'm going to turn all this off. But you can set these in any way you like. And if you already have a blog, then you likely have already dealt with this. So we're going to save that. And we also want to set up our permalinks. And we'll just pick post name here. And then since I have a new WordPress install, I need a home page. If you're already using a existing blog or something, or a site that you have WordPress on, then you probably already have that. So I'm just going to say welcome to my site. I'm going to publish that. And then we're going to go down to settings and reading. And then we're going to set a static page for our welcome to my site. Now we're going to go down to S2 member and general options. And we need to go into plugin deletion safeguards and just make sure this is set at yes. Security encryption key. We want to create one here. So let's click auto generate. Okay, next, localhost. We don't need to worry about this bit. Don't need to worry about that. Don't worry about the security badge. Email configuration. Okay, so this is just using your existing email account that you have in here. So if you want to change that, you can. This is just getting it right from WordPress. And then if you want to use advanced mail setting, you can come down here and change it. Open registration we do want, because this is how it's all going to work. They're going to be registering into our site. It doesn't cost them anything. They just register so that they can log in and get their products. Okay, we don't need to worry about the labels, but they're already in here. So we have free subscriber, bronze, silver, and gold, and platinum. We could change the name of the free subscriber if we want, because this is what they're all going to be in when they sign in. So we could call this your products or something. You decide what you want to name it. Okay, this is where you can set up your registration design for your login page. If you want to put in an image or change it around, this is where you can do that. I'm not going to worry about that. Now, our login welcome page, we have to pick out of here our page. So welcome, your downloads are below. Member options page, we don't really use this, but it requires one. So click there. And then we can save all changes. Okay, next we'll go to restriction options. And actually for our uses, we don't even need to do anything in here. Our download options, we don't really need to do anything in here either, because we're just going to use all the standards. So the next thing we need to do is set up our PayPal options. This part is pretty straightforward. Go into your PayPal account details, and in here you want your PayPal merchant ID, which you get when you sign into your PayPal account. You'll see it. Your PayPal email address, your PayPal API username, API password, and API signature. Now, there's an option here for developer testing using the sandbox, and that's what I'm going to use for this to show you and to test it out. It's always a good idea to test out and make sure that things are working before you go live. So this is your chance to do it, and I'm going to show you how to do this. So I'm going to go get this information from my PayPal Sandbox account. Okay, so I'm over here in the API credentials of the PayPal Sandbox. So this is my API stuff, and this is my profile. So this is my email. So I'll copy that, and we'll put that in here. Okay, and then basically just copy everything else in there. So we'll go over to API credentials. This is our username. And our password. And then our API signature. In here. And then all I need is my merchant ID. It doesn't actually seem to show it in this part. So what I'm going to do is sign into the PayPal Developer Sandbox using this account. So we go to sandbox.paypal.com, and then we click Login. And then we log in here. Now we'll go over to our profile. And you'll see if we go way down to merchant ID, we can just grab this and we can paste it over here. Okay, so we got all this. Now you should enable button encryption and logging. I'm not going to do that, but if you want to troubleshoot, you can enable logging here and it'll put it out into a file. Next, you need PayPal IPN integration. So what we want to do is go back again to our PayPal account here, and then we're going to go to Selling Tools. And then down here, we'll see Instant Payment Notification. So you need to go in here. And then you need to make sure it's turned on, first of all. If it's turned off, then you'll be able to turn it on, and you can put in a URL in here. In this case, if it's empty, you can put this one in. But if there's already something in it, you can leave it alone. Because it has to have a URL in it, they give you one here. I already have it turned on this test account, and there's already something in it, so I don't need to worry about it. So that's already done for me. And then we need payment PDT, auto return integration. So that's payment data transfer. So let's go back to the profile here. Then we need to go down here to website preferences. And click update. Okay, so you need to make sure auto return is on. And then the return URL. If there's already something in here, you can just leave it. And then down here, we need to put payment data transfer needs to be on. And this is our identity token here. So let's grab this identity token. Now, since I already had this set up, I don't have to change anything. I just need to bring this identity token into here. As long as it's set up. If it's not set up, of course, then you need to put the other credentials in there. Okay, and then we have the confirmation email. You can change that if you want or leave it alone. I'm just going to leave it. Post-page confirmation email, same type of thing, and automatic EOT. We don't even need to worry about this either. Okay, so let's go to the bottom and save all changes. Okay, so we now have this plugin set up. In the next video, what I'm going to do is we're going to go over setting up a product and the payment page behind it and show you how it all works.